Well, morning people, here we are at Ivy House. Just getting set up as usual. Rob Guppy next to me. So it's going to be he's a good angler, so it's going to be fun. But I'll get a lesson at least. I don't know what it's going to fish like, to be honest. A bit of rain last night. Didn't have a chance to get any maggots, so I'm hoping they like pellets today, because that's all they're getting. Some nice expanders for short line, and then I'm going to ping hard pellets longer, 13 metres, no point in going any longer. Just talking to Rob about that, you know, it's got a bit of room, it's the same depth after 13 all the way out, so why struggle and hold 16 metres when you can get away with holding 13. Let's get a disgorger out. I'm skipping the ground bait today. I might mix some up if I have to. I see Rob has mixed some up. We'll see what happens. They're all off the walk. So yeah, mud everywhere as usual. So we've set up got an edge rig, and then a 7 metre slightly to the right to tap in a few pellets. Fish a 4mm expander over the top. Just looked at the camera, looks like it might be a little bit crooked. Give that a little tweak. Chicken's running about. Just going to give that a little gentle. There we go. Yeah. So far, we've not had that rain that they said, so let's hope that we skip it. And we got on actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 12. It's a bit of a shame because 4 bailed out. They've gone, not bailed out, but they've gone to Stafford Moor and they were going to fish this then go, but I think they decided to go straight down there, which is fair enough. Baggy couldn't make it because there's no one to pick him up. But yeah, as I say, it's a lot of colour. We'll see what happens. If we jack it right over there, so hoping I don't need it, if I'm honest. Got 4 minutes till the off. Everybody seems to have gone walkabout for some reason. But there we go. Rob's that confident he's gone for a walk 4 minutes before the off. Know what they're looking at. Something in Andy's pad. Happy Mother's Day, if you're a mother. A few little red hard pellets today. So I'm fishing banded hard pellet. I'm going to start on that, to be honest. Well, sorry, I'll start on soft pellet, but I can switch to a hard pellet if that's going to be better. I've got a bit of room, so I'm hoping to catch 13 metres. I'm fishing pellets because, as I say, I didn't get a chance to get any maggots. Could be wrong. Got a corn line for fishing down the edge. I know my old mate Gary Dennis, he said to me he's been catching a few on corn in his edge, so that's something to think about. And he said that he found 20 odd fish fishing hard pellet long, so they're obviously coming to it a little bit, so we'll see. We will see. But yeah, not a bad day as far as weather is. Reset my clicker. on Tuesday. Chickens are making a racket. Right, I'll sign off and I'll ping it back on in. Well, whistle's gone. We're off ski. Literally just tapped in a few bore mills on this shorter line. See what happens. Not fed anything long yet. I will tap a few in a minute just to let them know where I am. Well, I'll move that mic out of the way a little bit. Not had a bite yet. Rob's had one next to me. A few people would have known him it's out already. I started in the wrong place, but then Rob's had one long. Guy on peg 4's had one short. Just missed a bite because I looked away. That'll teach me. One little one, nicely hooked in the top lip. overfeed. I do tend to do that. I walk in probably straight away. We've had one little feed out there, so we'll just see if we can get a little indication or anything. Would be nice. Even though it's coloured and calm, I've got the longest lash on, just try not to be right over the reds. Let's put a number 11 on that, I think. Put a number 11 on there because a little indication, and I hit it and it was a bite, so yeah. Go down again. You put the number 11, like I said I was going to. Tiny lift then. That's interesting because Gary was saying he looked a few. Get an indication straight away, so something's going on. on his full fish. Let's see where that's hooked. Top lip, perfect. Number 11's definitely made a big difference. There you go, it's amazing what that difference it makes just sticking that number 11 on, you know. Now look, oh, interesting. Playing catch up with Rob already. Might have to put a softer elastic on, possibly. Buggers for coming off when you get them short. Off in. Here's my French. They're the ones you want. There you go, see, that came off of the net, so. Carry on doing what we're doing. noticeably just hooked. I'll end up with no red tops left. Smaller piece, I think. Yeah. I'll try and catch another better fish and then we'll sign off for a little bit. Right, alternating how I'm feeding, to be honest. I'm going to fill my pot up, put the rig in, try and look the fish, then feed. Right, I'll come back in a little while when things change a bit. Hello, hello. Right, you can't hear me. Feed that line again. Tap a few in. Sorry. Tap a few in on that line. Back over that line there. And looking a few on that one. Oh, it's bad there, to be fair. On a black top float, anyway. fine with the red top there, but the black top's a bit more difficult to see. I was striking at a ghost that time. I will sign off again in a minute. I want to put my coat on, have a wee. Well, it's coming up at 2 o'clock, and it went really hard. I just sort of switched off, but I managed to now start nicking a few fish, just good fish, better ones though. Being patient, fishing 4-minute expanders, but in the deep water, which is not the easiest of things to do. But actually, got a good batch of expanders. It's not too bad. Tapping in a few micros and just fishing a longer line. I'll keep the pole away from them. Definitely spooking. But the fish I've caught doing this so far have been, I've won about £4. You're waiting longer. When you get one, it's a decent fish. So, don't know who's caught what. I think the battery's probably going to run out again in a little while. So there's only an hour and a half left to go. Amazing how it flies by. I think it's fishing quite high. I've got no idea who's caught what. Rob's nicking a few next to me. Looks like I'm keeping up with him at the moment, but only just. He's probably sneaked a few in when I wasn't looking out, but I've no idea what they've caught round the other side. Fancy over the hill, as it were. Oh, that's the only other trouble. Been a little bit like that. Little bit. They've gone very iffy. That's the word I'm looking for. Which is frustrating. But literally it's just tapping in some micros. Expander over the top. The interesting thing is, every now and again you look at fish and you see fish scatter. You think, what's going on there? There's no way you're going to catch anything shallow. They're definitely up in the water. They're obviously not feeding up in the water. I don't know what's going on. I think they could be intercepting some of these micros that I'm putting in. That's my theory. But so there's no way I'm going to start catching shallow. I don't think. It's just, you stop pinging bait in and you stop catching. So micro seems to be the best bait at the moment for loose feeding. I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was going to be pellets, if I'm honest, from what I heard from Thursday. The light's terrible. We've got to find a position and almost just not move. Put it right in line with the tree. Bloody geese dropping in. Heading off, make a racket. I'm kicking myself a little bit because I should have probably tried. I just had another swirl over to my left line. I feel like I should have tried this earlier. But I got a bit too excited when I was catching on hard pellets. And because I started catching on hard pellets, I thought, oh, here we go. But it's not been like that at all. It's been really, really finicky and iffy. I'm glad I've got this 6 to 8 on quite soft. They're only just hooked a lot of the time. Let's find it. Decent stamp F1s. That one's a bit smaller. More on the pound mark. I've had some bigger ones. Put the expanders in the wrong pot. That's what I've done. Can't get my hands on them. As I say, I've now got it's a 0.2 here in Everett. 3 nines. 3 nines? 4 nines. And a couple of droppers quite spaced out so that it's the idea behind that is just trying to get a nice slow fall on the expander. Trying to get a bite as it settles, so I'm just literally letting it drop over or drop the micros in. I'm sure they're coming in and sucking up all the micros. And you wouldn't know there was a fish there really, you're not getting any liners or anything. Occasional little dink, but 9 times out of 10 you just get a bite. They're just sucking that expander in. I think I'll just be doing this for the rest of the match now probably. Hopefully. Nicking odd fish. Sack the edge off, put it that way. I'm not going to win anything fishing down the edge, not at the moment anyway. I've fed it, but I've not had a fish. I've not seen anything come in there. They are having to sit and wait. I mean, Rob's sitting and waiting. He's catching down his edge, but then peg 4, that is, it's not a bad edge peg, that has missed the bite. I don't know how big a fish he's catching down that edge. 9 out of 10 he's a bit smaller, but you can get them big F1s on corn, it can be quite good. You don't need many. Gary Dennis had 98 pound of them. Off peg 6, I think it was. Down the edge. She's next to 4. As I say, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I feel like going down the edge is going to be waiting a long time for a bite. I don't think the fish are going to be any bigger than the ones I'm catching. So, hope the sound's working. Sound working? Think so. I have to change my battery in a minute. I think that fish he's got over there down the edge, he's hooked up the arse by the looks of it. I'm sure it's trying to come out tail first. think the battery's going to run out in a little while, so when it does, I will put another one in a little while. I'm going to try the other line I've been feeding. Not tried that line yet on the expander, so a quick go now, you never know. Right, it's just been catching a few fish on peg 20. Down to these fishing expanders and micros, they're like decent fish. Mr. Dixie, I was next to him a month or so ago, and he had 70 odd pound fishing pellets short. I mean, right battering. As I say, you can't really see what's going on that side. You can only go by this side. Funny how one side always seems to be a bit better than the other. I'll keep feeding this left one, but as of yet, I had no sign of a bite on my expanders on this one. I caught a few on our pellets earlier, but you do suddenly get a bite out of the blue. When you're fishing expanders, you can lift and drop. It's not ideal. There you go, gave it a lift and a drop. Caught one. That's quite handy because that means I can perhaps alternate these two lines for the rest end of the match if I'm lucky. I've got 10% of my battery remaining, so I'll keep on it until it disappears. Glad it's not windy today because it'd be bloody freezing. Try and nick one from each line. I'm going to feed this line again. And then go back on the other line. And then I shall feed this line and vice versa. Right. Ooh, battery died, so I just replaced it. I thought I'd keep filming a bit while we're catching the odd fish. I've just had another one. Watch these chickens because they're sneaky buggers and they're, we know it, they get up on your platform nicking your bait. Kentucky Fried. That's the best thing for that one. I think Heron be too happy if I say Kentucky Fried Chicken. Right, it's not so good there, but a bit of a stiff neck today. I think I slept a bit funny last night. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. As I say, so I'm on 18 SL. Start again. An 18 F1 pellet. 010, 4-inch at length. Little bulk. 2 spaced out droppers. Definitely feel like they're watching the bait a bit. Again, little lift. I think I lost that. You want them to be the big old F1s, is what you want. I think this might be a carp though. Yeah, it'll be a carp. And it's looked in the Mickey fin. I thought it felt a bit weird. It's nice. Look at this, I think that was. I think it says big. I think it's an F1 though. Bigger than I thought, to be fair. So they're all hooked, banging the top lip, which is perfect. Definitely had that on the drop. That's one of them bigger F1s. Oh, that was fair looked. There are some pretty good clunky ones in here. I want to come this way. I now feel like I need to feed as I'm fishing, that makes sense, rather than alternating these lines. So then big brown fish, which has got a nice. give that a 4, I think. Right, I'll stay with it for a bit longer, but then we'll have to sign off at some point. Try to load that up now, just a little smidge. I see your has gone very long. 14 metres, I think. Still on 13. Don't feel the need to change at the moment. Got another one. I think he's gone longer trying to catch some bigger F1s, if I'm honest. That's so frustrating. That's another miss of bites. Happens again. I'm going to go off depth. Well, that was no way was that anywhere other than on the bottom. What I'm doing, excuse my friend, telling myself off because I try to do something stupid and waste time, so which I don't want to do. Putting in micros. Bad. You're not the ones we want. I think Rob's just gone long, it's gone to the slightly shallow water, I think. Probably is thinking. feeling right. Having a moment. Having a moment. His one was bigger than mine then. That's why he's got longer. I'm just not going to go to 16 at the moment. They start being weird. I might go a little bit longer. I don't think he's catching any quicker than me at the moment. I don't know whether the stands are any bigger or not. I've gone a bit smaller all of a sudden. Let's get it out of the way as it is. I'm going to disturb the other fish. Just to move that reed that the chickens decided to trample all over. So what I'm going to do is sign off in a minute. If anything changes, I'll come back, but at the same time I don't want to ruin my chances of doing any good by getting off the box again. This is where they're little buggers, and this is a good fish again. Right in the top lip. The chicken's trying to peck the pellets in the bag behind. I've got behind me a bag of pellets, trying to peck through the bag. Oh, I think that I might have half an expander on, to be honest, but still, if we can catch an half an expander. Can you hear it? Pecking away at the bag. I'll be honest, I think I fouled this one on the way in, didn't I? No, in the gob. All of a sudden, that side's become my better side. Well, I'll keep filming. It's just going to take ages to download, but what the hell. Sorry for the sniffles. But it's cold, man. I had to turn the camera off briefly because I needed to make sure I can do it in segments. That's quite a long segment as it is. Yeah, I'm not catching now, Robbie's. I might have made a mistake then, it's just having a little look shallow. Definitely had one bite, but could have been a liner. Sort of made the mistake of moving this rig, so I think I'm going to have to plumb this rig up again. I don't want to be doing now. Amazing, see. Now I can't get a bite again. Oh. Right. Quickly plumb up again because I've lost my depth because of that. Frustratingly. Always the way, you get a good little run. Something changes, fish move, then you've got to start all over again. That's absolutely spot on, to be honest. Amazing, isn't it, how it changes so quick. I do wonder if I've put too much feed in. Every fish counts now. This is going to be a carp, to be honest. Really longer on. One of them silly little carp that fight like a bloody bugger and don't give up. Oh, I hate that when that happens. This stage of the game. It's going to be another hook. Makes you wonder how that happens sometimes. Bloody nightmare. Nuisance. Change of hook. All these things, little things like this, cost you a fish. Even more so when you can't get the bloody hook through the eye, through the loop. I'll just stab myself. I think a few people are catching a few fish now from what I can hear. I did say that at the start, didn't I, to be honest? I'm going to keep this as my positive line. And use that as my negative line, see if we can nick another one on this line here. I'll tap a few in there in a minute. We sneaked a few in on peg 2, 4, and his edge actually. Some of them are better fish. You don't really see it. You see what I mean? I'm not looking at him, but that's a decent fish at 2 pound. And he's been netting a few recently. He might have a bit of a surprise weight. That's the thing on this lake, you never know. What lifted that Gary Dennis had a 98 pound, peg 6, pulling down the edge. Big fish. I don't think he went down there too late. Could have been my last fish. Don't quite know why it suddenly changed and I couldn't get a bloody bite. Just caught my bloody pole roller and bumped it off. So frustrating. It's little things like that that make so much difference. Frustrating, but there we go. Trying to get one more, you never know. Might just don't work all around the other side, they might all got £100. Enjoyed it today, but it's been frustrating. You sailed out? That was a different horn. Hey? Gary been emptying it, has he? That was frustrating, I thought, today. It was a frustrating day. Well, we're all packing up. Whistle has gone. We've got a clue who's done what. Be quite tight, I think. Well, I think Rob sneaked a few in when I wasn't looking. Gary's caught a few. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Always interesting. Blooming chickens. A little bit annoying because they grab at your blooming rigs as you're packing up. Underneath the platforms. I think there was something going on with the scales because Andy was here and then he went off again. I think for me best was switching to expanders, which I did it earlier. I think it might have cost me today not doing it earlier. But it's a wonderful thing. It won't be long before it changes again. And our pellets will be right. These legs are going to have to come off anyway, but still. Interesting, Rob said he caught sort of 10 inches off the bottom. I've not really done that, but then I've not, if I'm honest, sat there and tried it, so that's the thing.